Have the book and pen with you? Okay. So note down the R value. Let us correlation the regression statistics. Regression statistics. Capital R is equal to 891. And my correlation is 0.794. Means approximately, not approximately, it is 79%. Amrita is joining. Let me talk to her later. Okay. And what is the intercept value? Here it is minus 54191. And the square feet in terms of the size, here it is 139.48. Okay. So this is about the regression equation between the ranges, between the house price and the house size. Okay. This is for the data set, what we have seen here as two column, two dimension data set. Okay. So which is my x-axis size square feet, y-axis house price. Okay. So we are trying to predict the house price based on the size of the house in terms of square feet. So that was the example we have started discussing. And we too have discussed about the equation, what we have got it as the answer. 79% of the variance in the house pricing we can get it, and house price is computed by the formula, by the equation, which is given as 139.48. That is the predicted size of the site in terms of square feet. Okay, multiplied by the actual size of the square feet what we are looking at for the site, for the house, minus the intercept value, that is 54191. Okay, so this is the one which we have used to compute the house pricing. Okay, then the house data will be not so much sufficient for us to make the decisions. So suppose if any other predictor variables are being made available, so better decisions or improvising in the regression model would have been achieved. So for that sense, we have considered in the case study adding the room numbers, that is number of rooms to be added. So the third dimension or the third column is added to the existing data set. Give me a minute time. Okay, fine. So in that sense, again, the computations are being done. So there we got the regression statistics as R is equal to 0.984 and R square is equal to 0.96968. Means to say there is an improvisation in terms of the percentage of variance in the house pricings, that is 96.8% or 97%, we can call it as approximately. Okay, and the intercept value was minus 54191 earlier without considering the number of rooms. Now after considering the number of rooms, the intercept value has become 12923, and the square feet, that is the size of the house, is become 65. Okay, and the number of rooms are computed as 23613. Okay, now the question is, I need to find out what is the house cost, that is the price of the house for the square feet 2000, that is 2000 square feet, and the number of rooms are 3. So now this is the problem for us. We need to find it out, isn't it? So I think it's not loading my new PPT, which I downloaded and kept it in the folder. Okay, so let me share. Give me a minute time. Okay, so let me clear off this. So we'll start with the previous example, prediction through regression model. Okay, so now the question is in front of us. Okay, so is it possible to make the three-dimensional scatter plot, and one can alternatively examine our existing correlation matrix among with the other variables? Yes, so we can do that. And when we do that, approximately there is an improvisations what we have seen in by adding the new variable, that is number of rooms, to the regression model. So which is being added a strength to the model. Okay, so these actually, so this exactly shows that the efficiency in the, sorry, the coefficient of correlation in this regression is increased. That is, the regression model is 0.984, so which we have seen in the presentation. And the total variance, which is being explained by the equation, by the formula, so that is 139.48 into the size, that is in terms of square feet, minus of the value 12923. So is being given as the computation multiplied by the number of rooms into whatever the number of rooms we have got it there. So this equation was given as the increase of 97% also we have seen, isn't it? Okay, 1 minute. People are there in the lobby waiting. Give me a minute. Okay, so there is an improvisation which we have seen that from 79%. Okay, so there is an increasing of the value, so 97%. Okay, so it was 96.8, but now we have achieved 98%. Okay, so sorry, 97%. So that is the 97% of goodness to fit the data, so which is very good for the business and for the economic data. And always there is something like it will hitch, saying that some random variation in the naturally occurring business data. So there won't be any fixed information in the business data. So naturally there might be some kind of variations randomly which can be occurring in the business data. And always we cannot desire and we cannot target that only, okay, always I get 96%, always I get 97%. Okay, so it is not very much desirable for us to overfit that. This model works out for all kinds of data, which is a random variation data in the business, whenever it is occurring in the business information. So this prediction equation, what we have got it, can be used for the future transactions, but there is a situation, for example, okay, so is it possible to predict the house? Is it possible to predict the price of the house? 1 minute. Is it possible to predict the price of the house? Okay, so for the size, which is nothing but 2000 square feet, 2000 square feet, and the number of rooms are nothing but 3. So the number of rooms are 3. So can we do that? Now let us use the formula. Okay, so let us use the formula. So we know that the equation house price in terms of dollars is equal to 60.5.6, which we already computed. Now the square feet is asking us to find it out. The cost of the house is 2000. That is 2000 square feet. 2000 square feet plus 2000 square feet plus the number of the available rooms totally. Okay, so that is 23613 and multiplied by 3, because our requirement is the number of rooms must be 3. Okay, plus 1 to 9 to 4. 1 to 9 to 4. So 1 to 9 to 4. Getting? So now when we compute this, the predicted values will be always compared with the actual values, because we need to do this comparison to see that how close our model is about for us to predict the actual value. So the new data points can become available. So therefore the opportunity is to improvise the model. So in this regard, when we do this, we are trying to get the achievement of the improvisation in the model, and we are able to compute the predicted house price value for the expected number of 3 rooms and 2000 square feet. Okay, so this is about the concept what we started understanding from yesterday, that is linear regression. Okay, so linear regression and the exercise of regression model, which is being described by the linear equations. So we have seen what is our x bar, y bar, and we have seen how to compute the correlation. So that is coefficient of correlation by the formula x bar multiplied by y bar divided by square root of x minus x bar whole square into y minus y bar whole square. Okay, so the next topic we need to discuss is next topic for the class we need to discuss is non-linear regression exercise. Non-linear regression exercise. So far what we have seen is linear regression exercise. Okay, so non-linear regression exercise, again we are trying to establish and see we need to check the relationship between the variables. But non-linear, when I say, it is not linear 100%. So it may be a curvilinear, but it need not be necessarily curvilinear. But the relation between the variables, what we've seen in the linear is linear, but in the non-linear it may be curvilinear. So for example, we need to have some data. So let us take some data. So the data which is given in the case study is about the electricity consumption and the temperature value. So electricity consumption in the kilowatts and the temperature in terms of the Fahrenheit. And the objective is to predict the electrical consumption from the temperature value. So the data set is given in terms of the observation what the electricity board or the electrician made an observation. So based upon it, it has been derived. Okay. So let us have some sample values. Okay. So otherwise give me a minute time. Let me share the textbook itself. Let me see the screen. Whole screen share. Is it the whole screen shared? Please answer to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me a minute time. The textbook I need, otherwise also the data set I need. It is not there. Give me a minute time. Let me open up this. BTA module for some material is there, but I don't know whether this has got the data set. Let me just open that. Let me increase the size of it. Is it visible? I need the data set to be shown to you to explain the non-linear regression model. Okay, 1 minute. I think it is not here. Okay, by the time I'll be keep on talking, let it share it. Okay, so let it download and let it share it. Okay, so here there are two dimensions as I mentioned. So one is the kilowatts, that is electricity consumption in terms of the kilowatts, and the temperature. Okay, so the two dimensional data is there. So one is obviously the predictor, another one is the outcome variable. Outcome variable. It was non-linear regression. Okay, so let it come. By the time I'll be talking to you the concept. Okay, so in these two dimensions, so one dimension, that is one of the value is a predictor, another one is a outcome variable. So the data can be used to plot in this particular sample data set of electricity consumption on a scatter plot. On a scatter plot. Okay, so where we are. So the scatter plot with a best fitting line will be looking like a graph. Give me a minute. Where are we? We have reached here, correct? Okay, this is the data set. So what I wanted to show you, so this is the data. So the scatter plot with a best fitting curve or best fitting line normally looks like a graph which is being given in the picture or the table 7.3. 1 minute. So this is the one. Okay. So this is the scatter plot showing the regression between the electricity consumption in terms of kilowatts and the temperature in terms of Fahrenheit. So we can make an understanding here. That is, visually it is given that there are two lines, means the first line dots, which is not fitting the data very well. So you can make an observation. That is the first line where the data is scattered here, there, here, there. So the relationship between the temperature and the electricity consumption in terms of kilowatts, you can make an observation. It's a curvilinear. Okay. So when it hits to the bottom at the certain value of the temperature, so then we can see that there is a line, linear, which we are able to see with the kilowatts and the temperature in terms of the Fahrenheit as the small squares which is given. So that is A and the B. A is the above one in the scatter plot and B is the below one. So when it is hitting the bottom line, we can see that the regression model confirms that there is a relationship, since we can find it out approximately from the graph visually. It is 0.77. Okay, so r square will be always will be only 60%. So we can see that there is a relationship between these two variables and the regression model can be enhanced for this particular model. So how can we enhance it? By introducing this non-linear variable, adding to this particular data set. So can we give the value, or can we have a value that is quadratic equation for the temperature square? So can we introduce a nonlinear variable? So such as quadratic variable temperature square in the equation. So now the second line is a relationship between the electricity consumption, that is kilowatts, that is electricity consumption, and the kilowatts and the temperature square. So now again the scatter plot shows that the energy consumption has a strong linear relationship with respect to temperature. So with respect to temperature, give me a minute. Let us go back to the meeting. So is the screen visible? I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Screen visible of Teams or the data set?
Now it's the Teams, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now comparing this scatter plot, which is showing the energy consumption that has a stronger linear relationship with respect to the temperature. So we need to compute the regression model by adding one more value of the variable as temperature square variable to the existing result of the model, what we generated and plotted it as a scatter plot. So here, after adding that, okay, after adding the temperature square, okay, so we get the value of the coefficient of correlation of the regression model as 0.99. So this is R, which is being shown as a statistics generated as 0.992 or 98%. So the total variance which is being given or computed by the equation is 0.984. So approximately I can make it as 98.5%. So this means that the variables are very much strongly and positively correlated between the three variables. So now the temperature square is being added as a new variable. So the regression coefficients are being computed by the equation given as the energy consumption in kilowatts is given as 15.87. So that is temperature here, okay, square. This is the new variable which we added. Temperature square is 15.87 multiplied by temperature square, okay, minus 1911 is the temperature in terms of Fahrenheit multiplied by the each row temperature. So for every data set row we need to compute this, the energy consumption, plus 67245, which is the intercept value got it by the model, so by the scatter plot. So this equation actually shows us there is a improvisation or 98% of the fit, which is a very good for the business and the economic context in terms of. And now we can predict that how much the kilowatt values when the temperature is 72 degrees. When the temperature is 72 degrees. So he's asking us to find it out. 72 degrees temperature, we need to do the prediction of kilowatts. So the same equation is being used to compute it. So energy consumption is equal to 15.87. What we got it here, 15.87 into temperature square. Now he is asking us to compute it for 72 degrees. So 72 into 72, because it is temperature square, minus of 1911 into the temperature 72 degrees plus 67245. So we get it as 11923. So 11923 kilowatts is the energy consumption. We can get it or we can predict it. So one can predict that 11923 kilowatts of energy consumption is being gained for this particular model.